It is cold. Oh. Super cold. Oh man, that ice does not feel like it's gonna be sturdy right there. I can hear it. Oh wow. Woo! Whoa. It is super duper cold. Woo! Well, so I came out here on the ice because I got a little bit angry today. I got kind of hot-headed and I needed to cool off. So I figured what better place to cool off than a frozen lake, obviously, especially when yesterday was 60 degrees. So I popped my whitening strips in. That way I could match the ice on the lake, grab my trusty guitar and my tripod, and away we went. So let me give you an aerial view so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Woo! How about that one? And let's spin it. There we go. So now you get to see exactly what I see out here. And I'll play guitar just for one more second for you. All right. I'm only hopping off this live early because it is so cold. It is super duper cold. The air off this lake is so cold I can't feel my hands half this time. What's up, everybody? We're out here on this frozen lake. Got kind of hot-headed this morning. I felt like I needed to cool off, so I decided I would come out here on the lake, and that would be the best way to do it. So we're gonna play some guitar for a minute, but I'm not gonna stay long because my hands are so cold. So, thanks for watching Video Apart. I cannot see your comments right now. You'll have to give me a minute. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hello, Bunny Sue. Hello. What's up, all? like the way my feet slide on the ice here. I can like do that Scooby-Doo dance and spin in circles. I was kind of worried when I came out here. It was about 60 degrees yesterday and about 40 the day before. And I thought that probably what would happen is the ice in the lake would be like pretty much almost thawed. And I got to be honest here. Look, I'm about to show you this. This right here, I don't know how well you can see this here, but look, if you can, that crack in the ice is actually a complete split. Like, I'm not even kidding you. What does it say? Oh, it's turning my phone directions. So I can put my guitar pick in that crack in the ice. And as I walk, I can kind of hear it make noise, but I gotta be honest here, this is such a big chunk of ice. If it is making noise, I do not think it's gonna drop me in. But hey, look, don't quote me. If it drops me in, I guess I'm about to be the most famous streamer there ever was. I put my lightning strips in, by the way, just in case you're wondering why I'm talking weird. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I've been ice fishing since I was a little kid. Taking the time to move out a little bit and get my hands warm. I can't feel them. It's so frozen. Woo! See, this is what you gotta watch out for, I think. Because there's this dark line right here. And then over here, there's a split and a split. And so if you step in that, that could drop. Because it got so many cracks and splits in that one little spot, it would just like crumble inwards, you know? Like those weird cookies people put on their coffees. I don't really want to walk across it necessarily. I also really like how this happens. Is these like vein looking things? It reminds me of like a video game, like where an infection is spread. Like, ah, it's got some kind of nasties on it, you know? All right, let me rewrite this and I'll play for a little bit longer and then I'm probably gonna head out. So we're out as far as the dock. It is 35 feet deep right here. 35 to 40 feet deep, and about 20 more feet that way, it's about 90 feet deep. But I'm not gonna go any farther that way because there's literally standing puddles of water. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and lift you up high enough to see. But it's really foggy out too. It's a real foggy day. But there's like puddles of standing water. I know walking up here, I probably stepped in a 2-inch, 3-inch deep puddle. on. It's super cold. How's it going, everybody? I know I have the head mount. It says maybe you should be in the town square playing guitar down in Frozen Lake. Well, I have bad teeth. No, it's whitening strips. Well, the reason why I'm not in the town square playing guitar is I'm not making a review. When I go make a review, I find a random stage or a random building to get on top of and make the review. Right now, I'm just having fun. I was having a rough morning. I was pretty upset. So I needed to cool down. I figured what better place to come play guitar in the frozen lake. You know, how many other people get to play guitar in the middle of a frozen lake? I gotta be honest here. I live right down the road from this. It's like I literally live in like beachfront property. I mean, yeah, granted they throw tires and all kinds of nasties in here, but I don't swim in it. Les Claypool, I don't know. I don't play other people's music. I just play my own. Because I get in trouble for copyright and stuff like that. So I've been playing for super long. I don't really know very many things by other people. But you're more than welcome to listen to what I can play. No, I can't play it too fast. My hands are too cold. I'm thinking about probably bringing my electric out here and maybe trying to play with some gloves on. Because I bet you I could totally do that. Alright, I want to know if I get to the dock. I almost bet I can. But the problem is that standing water right beside it. I know it's frozen to the side of that thing. I can see the snowdrifts. God, that is a workout. Listen, if you want to burn some calories in your thighs, all you gotta do is get a bucket of ice, something at your house, and just run in place on that stuff. Holding yourself up from not falling and doing this is literally the most ridiculous workout. My legs are on fire. Fire! It feels like the top of my feet are gonna break, my shins are gonna split in half, and my thighs are about to fall off. I don't know how long I can do this for, but I'll try. guitar might not be in the right tune. Let me see here. There we go. Perfect. All right, you guys, just give me a second. I have to brush my teeth real quick because these whitening strips are done. So, they're kind of green colored. I don't know. I putting these on because I do affiliate marketing and they sent me these to make a video with. But for some reason, they be canceling contracts randomly, running out of stock and stuff, or we getting banned. So I ended up having a whole bunch of these things. So why not use them, right? Let's get my teeth white, look like, you know, the sun or something. My toothpaste was not the mouthwash wasn't green. It's that whitening strips. They're so darn green. You definitely fit in with local tube and lighter connoisseurs. All right, Hotel California. The sun is yellow, guy. Actually, it's white. Try playing Hotel California. I don't know all of Hotel California. I don't have enough strings, man. I mean, I know some of it's like I don't have enough strings. I can't even show you part of it. Living it up at the Hotel California. Hey, you know why you can't trust the hoes any secrets? Because hotel. It's a great joke. Shit. Oh, jeez. I'm surprised I haven't fallen and busted my ass yet, or that somebody hasn't stolen my car. Definitely in the ghetto. And no, I wouldn't trade my guitar for an ice auger. No way. Not when there's already a million holes in this ice already. I mean, people were out here, have been out here for quite a while. Woo! Oh, I'm spinning. Yeah, I mean, there's cracks in the ice. It was like 60 degrees yesterday. And the day before it was like 50. I have no idea how this thing is still frozen. It's probably because it was like negative 30 a couple weeks ago. Because, you know, the wind chill is not real, right? If you go online, you look up the wind chill calculator on a conversion site, it'll tell you in 2001 they switched the wind chill so it's not so cold outside. It was like negative 37 original wind chill as of 2001, like a week or two ago. When I checked the wind chill currently, it was like plus 5 degrees. Oh, that's perfect, fantastic. It works just like the Great Depression. Won't happen because you're not counting the statistics for unemployed, right? It's a good job there, guys. Does it look like I'm walking towards y'all? might come back with an electric guitar. Do I know any Slayer? No, I don't. Yeah, I do know Slayer, but I don't usually play other people's music, man. But I did make a comparable song. That way I could be like, oh, I got some kind of spooky Halloween-y sounding, you know, Rain and Blood style song. Because I'm not really a big fan of how they sing on Slayer. I gotta be honest here. I'm more of like a screamy type fan of singing in Metallica, right? I'm a singer too myself. So, but... It's a lot better on electric because it's hard to play. See, that's the thing, guys. A whole bunch of people have been asking me that too. There's a million different things I have hobbies of. I have like 5,000 videos on the internet, like 50,000, 60,000 plus subscribers across like 6 platforms, and then I've got a whole different network of people who watch me in different countries and stuff like that too. That's all separate. And everybody always asks me the same thing. Can you play this? Can you play that? Can you play me this? Play me that? And my sentiment is always the same. It is not easy, and it took. Just making sure my car doesn't get jacked. I'm in the super ghetto. It didn't took no effort to get out here. I'm in the middle of the lake, right? I wouldn't have come out here to show you me playing guitar if I didn't play a little bit decent. But I gotta be honest here, it's a really hard to do because I have pain in my hands and it is freezing out here. I have not been on some places cold. Except for my wife's graces, right? That's so weird. Some parts of the ice are like really textured. I've only been ice fishing once as a kid. But like some parts of this you can like step on and it's like firm ground. Other parts you can't stand on. It's real slippery. I think though, if I remember right, what my grandpa told me was that if you go out on the lake on the ice, if you can see through it, it's all bad. If it's clear looking, you're gonna fall in. If it has cracks on the ice already, don't get cornered and like triangled in, it'll drop. Squares I don't know about. Circles I don't know about. But I know triangles. If you see a triangle split, it'll fold right in the center on you. But I don't think these like pit hole things right here. I don't know, let's see. I couldn't push on that thing if I tried. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't go through because that stuff works different, right? I'm curious, would music in the wintertime attract fish to the surface? Because like it, you know, it acts differently, right? It resonates across the ice for real. You know, I was actually thinking that, I don't want to try and fall through unless you got enough cash to keep me. And, you know, pay for my outfit or something. But I really did think about coming out here with a lawn chair, popping a sock off and tying a fishing line to my toe and playing guitar. And, you know, I'll just catch fish on the sidewalk. Or I got this mouse trap that's super duper. And I was thinking about hooking it to something like the lawn chair and putting a bobber down there. So that way, you know, poof, when it pulls, it gets them. Because the mouse trap, it's not the best. I mean, the mouse can like stand on it and jump on that thing like a trampoline. It never pops off. But just a little bit more pressure, that thing goes crazy. I figure a fish pulling a hook would probably set that thing off. It might jerk them out the water. I don't know. What do you do if you catch a fish bigger than the hole? You cut a bigger hole? Like I said, I've only been ice fishing once. Maybe I'll come back out and do it. I know one thing I want to do is I want to go out to the middle of this lake and drop my camera in. Got a really, really nice camera my affiliated contact sent me. And it's like a 300-meter camera you can drop down in the water. I heard there's 6 to 10 cars in here. And in the last 10 years, I believe they've pulled out like 8 bodies out of this place. I personally pulled out 10 shopping carts, 4 or 5 bicycles, 2 or 3 scooters, a lawn chair, a mattress, like 75 million fishing poles of all kinds. I come out here to go magnet fishing and hook fishing and stuff. Because I believe there's a boat or a jet ski like 20 feet that way. I've never been able to pull it in because my hook gets stuck on it every time. And every time I hook it to the car from the dock, it always ends up ripping the rope. But it moves a little bit first though, for sure. Guitar is really cool too, if I tell you a little bit about it. This is a acoustic electric guitar. It's by my sponsor. This video is not sponsored. I'm not really telling you this so you can go pick one up. I'm just letting you know what I'm playing. So it's got built-in effects. That way, right here, it's got built-in effects that way you can change what it sounds like. This is the teal setting on this thing. And yeah, it does have 2 sound holes. See the one tuning I use, every time it snaps most of my strings. I tried to look it up online anywhere, and the closest I got was my tuning is somewhere upwards of open G. And every single time I have to twist this string just a little bit, just a hair. And then this one I have to spin till it completely pretty much snaps. So I go so slow. And it feels so tight, there is no bending that string unless you want to cut your fingers. But usually I play in drop D, and then I change a couple strings along the way to suit my purposes for how I want it to sound. Like, that's usually the first step I take. What? I have never broken that kind of a string. I've been playing for like a long time. I have never broken a wound string. Ever in my life have I broken a wound string while playing. Look at that. I told you my tuning takes and destroys my strings. I have to buy so many pairs of strings because I do this for a living. Not streaming. I'm working on that part. I don't do streaming for a living. I play instruments and stuff like that for a living. I have never done that. And I gotta be honest with you, I got like 15 to 25 guitars. It's like $250 to replace all the strings on my instruments all at once. And the deal is that like I'm kind of just starting out at this in the last year. So I'm just now making like a wage that's livable. So, you know, spending $250 on some freaking strings, man, that sucks. I literally have to now spend $10 on this damn guitar. I was hoping I could get away with this, and I usually tell people like, hey, you wanna know how you can avoid hitting any other strings besides the ones you want? Well, just omit them, you know? Because then, you know, that's why I'm missing strings when they ask me. It's not because I'm broke. It's because I sequestered them and I wanted the ones that I wanted specifically only, and I don't need any extras, right? Extra stuff just let your pant legs drag the ground. Well, you guys can walk out with me, but I think I broke my string. Yeah, no jokes. I started off playing acoustic when I was like 16 or something like that, if I remember right, and I played the worst acoustic there was in the world because the strings were so highly raised that it made me get super duper strings at first in my fingers, and I didn't pick up an electric guitar for like 10 plus years. And when I did, it was like, whoa, these strings are easier. And man, I could fly. Oh man, it was awesome. I felt so much better than I did before. Like I'd meet up with my friends to play, and we all were about the same, you know, minus whoever put in more effort that week. And man, I grabbed the electric guitar. It was like day and night. And then, you know, life happened. I took a hiatus for a couple years, and just in the last couple years now, recently, I've been getting back into it hardcore and made a living of it. So, or working on it. If you want to see any of the progress that I've done to do this, you can go back through my YouTube. You can check me out on TikTok. My name on TikTok is pan.da_god. I have no idea what my Instagram handle is. I don't use that web app. App is weird. Half the people be telling me to use it. Half the people be telling me not to. Let's see here. Is that all my places on the list? Yeah, for right now, that's all the places I'm going to tell you about. But thanks for joining me. Hope you had a good time listening to some music and me calm down. One of the most important things is when we get upset is that we don't let it overwhelm us to the point that we make decisions we can't take back. Today I got a pretty hot head and I got kind of angry, and I just needed to walk away for a minute because, you know, even though I know everybody says things that they don't mean sometimes when they're mad or they take it back later, or, you know, they don't want to be held accountable or take blame for it, I get it. The only point of having blame is so you can point of, you know, accountability is to point fingers at someone else about why you chose to get upset about what they've done or said. And necessarily, if you think about it, you don't want to be put in that position yourself, so you kind of don't want to put anybody else in that position too, you know? And I get taking care of yourself and making sure you're okay, but at the end of the day, some people don't have that capability of making sure that they're okay, right? And if you do, then it's kind of more important that you pay attention to your P's and Q's and keep up on top of your game. Now, I think there's also a video here, real quick before I bounce off here, guys, of me playing the banjo guitar because I took that out first. But the deal is that the banjos, the resonator banjo, is very, very quiet. So I appreciate you coming and stopping along. Check out my videos and other lives. This will be uploaded later today. And consider subscribing. Stay tuned. I'll bring an electric out here maybe. Maybe I'll do it at nighttime. We'll set the ice on fire and then play a guitar until it starts cracking and run off it. Anyways, see you later, guys.